Missed the news that Kate Bush's song "Running Up That Hill" has topped the charts
Number
37 years after it was first released. We have fans in the studio. This is all thanks to the new series of Stranger Things, of course. And she's not the only blast from the past we've seen recently. The good old VHS has been making the headlines too. So Joe Crowley's made a little film about it. It's on here. Al, put it in, and let's go.
Oh, here we go, right? Here we go.
Slow eject.
Hang on.
£1.50.
Oh, yes, you haven't rewound it. Hang on.
That's, yeah, and that always happens. That was always the problem, see?
Right, there you go.
Videotape. We used to refer to it for home use as VHS cassette, and I think the memory of it is often seen through rose-tinted glasses. But actually, it was full of mishaps. The tape used to get jammed in the player, maybe someone recorded over your favourite programme or a precious family moment. And we had to get up off the sofa and go all the way to the video shop to hire the latest blockbuster. But nevertheless, it's what we had. Sadly, for many years, VHS was thought of as landfill fodder, but is now surprisingly turning out to be something of a goldmine, with some titles selling for thousands.
And just wait till you hear how much. But to rediscover this lost world, I've come to VideOdyssey here in Liverpool. It's the last VHS-only store in the UK. Owner Andy is not in it for the money. He's on a mission to save old films from the scrap heap.
So what exactly do you have here?
Well, I'd like to call this a tsunami of extreme nostalgia. When people come in, they can stand in front of a wall of ex-rental tapes and kind of have that experience of what it was like to go on a Friday night to a video shop. There's a whole culture, really, wasn't it, that we've lost. And these days, you know, people just give up on things that they watch at home on streaming services. So back then, you'd invested your £1.50 or whatever it was, and you just had to watch it all.
How many, dare I ask, do you have? I know we've got a sample on display here.
Yeah, we've got close to 40,000 now.
The picture quality does go a bit, doesn't it, over time?
You know, the tapes, they'll start to get that little fizz and pop and crack. And there's something nostalgic about, like, you know, the little wavy lines that used to come up. Some people quite like that.
But there's not just tapes to rent. You can hire players, TVs, and even watch videos here.
Come on through, Joe.
Oh, look at that. It looks like wallpaper, but actually
They're tapes.
they are tapes.
These are little artifacts from history that could get lost. I mean, there must be various films out there that the only copy is in someone's attic.
Ever seen one of these before?
Unfortunately, old enough to know what it is.
Right. Do you have any of these at home?
Got one.
Still got one?
Still got a load.
I get rid of them, but my husband doesn't want to get rid of them.
So why haven't you thrown them out?
I don't know, I don't want to throw them
No,
out. I know. My Little Pony, I remember.
Yeah, no, bore that out. I won't get that much.
Noddy.
Noddy?
I used to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to take Noddy from my granddaughter. Who's 20 now, so it's like 18, 19 years ago since I did all that.
Did you ever go to rental shops?
We did. Because you went in the shop, you could talk to the girl behind the counter, and she'd say, oh yeah, this film, you want us to see this film, it's brilliant.
So it was like a personal connection with the owner of the video shop. Like, so when you tried to hire out a movie that was, say, above your age range, he knew your parents, so you couldn't get away with it.
We have the big reveal
Oh, goodness.
of a stack of tapes.
That looks like a dodgy copy, doesn't it? It looks like someone's printed up the home computer.
That was a whole part of the culture as well, wasn't it? You know, market stalls popped up and...
Oh, there we go. And there is the clue, isn't it? So that's a handwritten label.
That's a giveaway.
That is a giveaway. I mean, a guide to British birds is quite niche, isn't it?
It's quite niche. There's an original Blockbuster video.
Oh, wow. Got the shiny sticker on.
That's the history. That's what collectors want these days.
It really is. Some tapes have been going for huge amounts. This month, a copy of Back to the Future sold at auction for $75,000. But the value of a cassette is dependent on things like limited release, being the first batch issued, and still being sealed in its original packaging.
It's that one collector who wants to be able to go back to that moment where he first got it and took it home, and it's, you know, you're paying for the cellophane wrapper there.
So people, if they start looking through their loft, they can't expect to find VHS worth 10 or 15.
You never know. If you've got an old copy of Evil Dead, some old horror films, Jaws is particularly sought after, then you could be onto a nice little earner.
A couple of these might go for as much as £20,000.
No.
The home tape Noddy probably doesn't go for the same value, I'm sorry.
We'll have to get rid of a collection of Bergerac then, won't we?
Are you thinking differently about your VHS collection now?
Alan, my husband, I think differently about it.
It's just about finding that thing that somebody else has been looking for a long time. and how badly do they want it. That's what gives it its value, really, isn't it? But I do like, you know, being surrounded by tapes. I just wish I had more time to watch films.
So the simple message, check that cupboard.
Bring them back, I say,
Bring
in
them
a
back.
big way.